What's something you thought was normal in the bed until a partner told you otherwise? My hip joint starting to slip out of place in certain positions and needing to stop so I could shove it back into place. Turns out I have a genetic connective tissue disorder. Sleeping on my back with my arms crossed over my chest in an X like I'm a fucking vampire. I find it very comfortable. My boyfriend finds it unnerving. Crashing so hard after sex. I would blow a load and pass out. Sometimes for a few minutes to an hour, sometimes until the next day. After a few months of dating when I was 26, my now wife of 20 years was like WTF, as she wanted a second go. Turns out I had hypoglycemia and the deed was dropping my blood sugar dramatically. Sometimes I try to make my wife giggle by pretending to be different animals, as part of a coital mating ritual that also involves foreplay. She has informed me that not everyone finds humor sexy. Up until my mid-20s, I thought it was normal for women to just sneak into bed, put their cold hands on your chest, and suck all the heat out of you. For some reason, calling them heat vampires is considered rude. I love that half these comments are answering in regards to sex and the other half are answering in regards to just being in a bed lol. Rubbing my feet against the sheets to fall asleep. NSFW answer. Automatically including and giving lots of attention to testes when giving head. The guy I lost my virginity to taught me to do this, and I assumed it was something everyone did, but apparently, it's not. SFW answer. Needing a hug pillow, and a whole ass multi-step bedtime routine just to potentially fall asleep successfully. Insomnia is a bitch that has a vice grip on my soul. It seems that having one blanket each, and not just one for two, is something that only a few European countries do. Always thought one pillow per person was the norm. My now wife has informed me no less than 4 per person is acceptable. Going more than once, not everybody wants to do that. I used to sleep on my stomach, no pillow, head turned to the side, and arms straight down at my sides. I eventually took to warning people I was sleeping next to about it cause it really freaked people out, hahaha. I thought stealing all the blankets and leaving my partner shivering was just a natural survival instinct, turns out it's considered rude. When I was a newbie I thought doggy style equals anal. White noise. Either a fan or just an air purifier. I find that it's just loud enough to empty my mind, but not too intrusive to fall asleep to. Not me, an ex. She liked her toast well done, so it was crispy. She ate breakfast in bed every day and was a messy eater. Because she was a slob, her bed was always a pit of crusts and sharp little crumbs. I ended up sleeping on the floor. It is one of the many reasons we broke up. My wife has to be almost dead before I get her breakfast in bed these days. It is genuinely a source of discomfort to me handing over food to some in a bed. My hearing getting very muted for several minutes right after an orgasm, fading back in with static for a few minutes after that. Thought it happened to everyone. Apparently I will just keep trying to snuggle closer while sleeping no matter how big or warm the bed is. I was sleeping with this one girl with the coziest king-size bed ever, and throughout the night, I would just keep trying to get closer and closer to her, practically chasing her off the bed. Face sitting. Found out some women are insecure about the way they look from that angle. Fair enough, TBH. In my first serious relationship, I choked my girlfriend during sex for at least 3 or 4 months. I wasn't really into it, but she was, so I rolled with it. Turns out she wasn't into it either, she just acted into it because she thought I liked it. So for 3 months we both had sex we didn't particularly relish because neither one of us were good communicators. Not exactly answering OP's question, but it's somewhere in the ballpark.